You know, I've always wondered why prop collection videos get so many views. It's just a guy showing off all of his animatronics. Videos of props you've seen a billion times. Why do you need to see it again? They get so many views. But anyways, I'm cashing in on that. Hello everyone, it's Bobby K, and today we'll be going through over 80 of my Halloween, Christmas, and holiday themed animatronics. Hello everyone, it's Bobby K, and welcome to my 2025 Halloween, Christmas, and holiday animatronic collection. Can you even find me? It's like, where's Bobby K in this mess? I gotta make a freaking fake Where's Waldo book for this. Now, before we start this year, there are a few things that I do want to announce. One, this year, as you can tell, I'm doing it before Halloween. One, that's so I can pretty much show everything and not be like, oh, shoot, this broke during the haunt season. I'll fix it later and then just show it broken. That, and it's a lot easier for me because this means directly after Halloween, I can just take everything down and not have to wait for the next weekend to haul everything back here and then start taking everything down, because that's kind of stupid. Let's commence with my first prop. And by the way, this is in the order that I got them. I don't know if I've mentioned that the past 2 years, but I'm mentioning it now. So it always has been in that order, but yeah. And also, one more thing, I will not sadly be showing every phrase to every prop this year. I know I have the past 3 years, but there's just too many of them now, and the video will probably be like 3 hours long. Alright, so I'm blocking my eyes because it's so bright out here, but this is the first prop. Now, if you've seen my other prop collection videos, you may recall, well, this isn't your first prop. Well, actually it is. My mom and dad bought this for my dad's grandparents in the 90s and gave it to them for Christmas. They used it, and then when sadly they passed away, they got it back. My mom never used it, but when I was born, I started using it for Christmas. So it's a little motion at Santa. I got it from Walmart, and yeah, I decided that, in my previous prop collections, I'm not going to show it because I really was only doing Halloween props at that time. But now I have some Christmas props, and I actually did a Christmas prop collection video, and I included this guy in it. So I figured it would be wrong to not include it in my all props collection. So let's go to his demo. So this is the roaming witch broom from Cracker Barrel. Now, I don't remember what year we were on vacation, and I always planned to start going big for Halloween. So, I didn't know what animatronics were at the time, or Spirit Halloween, or anything of the such. But now, I decided, hey, I'm gonna buy this broom that roams around and put it in my driveway. So I did just that. I've had several complications with it. Colby can vouch for me. Get in here and tell them about what happened on the phone the other day while I was trying to put this thing together. Look at them. Tell them.
Hi. We were on the phone 2 nights ago, and Bobby was trying to screw one of these poles in, and the thing snapped.
Yeah, pretty much. I put the wrong pole on the bottom, and I tried to pull it out because, I put the wrong pole in it.
And it
snapped off, and I couldn't get the piece out. So I had to hit it with a freaking hammer until it shattered and came out. And then I just glued these 2 poles together. So they won't come apart anymore, but at least it's together. I guess let's show its demo now. Alright, now we are at our first actual prop. This is Hugs the Clown. I got him in 2019 as a gift from my dad because, I was really starting to get into Spirit and stuff. I discovered it just that year, and Hugs was my favorite. Wouldn't shut up about him. I can't imagine why he just went to get him for me. Probably just because I'd shut up. But I got Hugs the Clown. He is still one of my favorites of all time. I still call him my favorite of all time. I'm not sure what else my favorite of all time would be, but he's really cool. So I guess I'll show his demo here right now.
Step right up here. You'll do nice, very tasty, healthy. Come in.
this is Jack Straw. Now you may be wondering, why isn't he set up? Well, this was my first Jack Straw I got in 2019. He was broken, and as you may know, with some crazy create mechanisms, to get them to release out of the box, you have to turn a knob on the back of them. Well, sadly, we didn't know that. So when we took him out of the box, we pried the mechanism up and snapped a bunch of gears. I'm still trying to fix it. I haven't tried yet. I was planning on it, but I never got around to it. I decided I'll take his head out of the box just to show you, show some trace that he does exist. But hopefully for next year's prop collection, I can actually get him set up. So let's not cut to his demo. Right here we got a spider! This is a black jumping spider. The first prop I actually ended up buying from Spirit myself. I got him from Spirit in 2019. My mom and I were looking for, whatever, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna buy a jumping spider. Everyone has a jumping spider, can't go wrong. And he's been a great scare ever since. I love finding new ways to use these spiders. I have 3 of them now, which you'll see a little later in the collection. But yeah, let's cut to his demo. Alright, this is Rusty. I ended up getting him from Spirit's 50% off sale in 2019. My mom and I went to Spirit's 50% off sale. I forget what we were exactly looking for. I think we were just looking for something. And there was quite a bit there. We considered getting a Nightmare Harvester, but we eventually just settled on Rusty. We split the price. I paid like $45, she paid like $55. That was all I had. So we got him for $100, and as you may know, Rusty is a very faulty prop. Last year he was involved in a tent accident, as you may know, and he's just a very mess up props in terms of gears anyways. But I was actually able to fix him to very close to his original state. I bent the relay switch, fixed some gears, and his chainsaw's not very fast now, but it doesn't click whatsoever. So I will show you that right now. This is Abandoned Annie. I got her for my birthday in 2019. She is a really cool prop. Honestly, in my opinion, one of the most underrated props of all time. I don't really see many people talking about her anymore, even though she is super cool and creepy. I got her for my birthday. There's not really much else to say, so I'll roll her demo.
Please play with me. I'm so lonely. I won't be anymore now that you're here. Stay with me.
This is Looming Strawman. I got him for Christmas in 2019. My parents found him on eBay, and they knew that he was one that I liked, so they decided to pick him up for me. I've had some problems with him in the past. I did actually fix him. I've fixed him several times. But he is still one of my favorite scarecrows, and I will roll his demo right now. I must say, before he does jump, he's having some trouble going back up, so we'll see how he goes. There he goes. He's working. Not very well, but he's working. This is Levitator Girl. I got her for Easter in 2020. He was one that my dad really wanted because he wanted to do a bedroom display for that year. And she was perfect for it. So we ended up getting her, and I received her for Easter. That was actually the Easter of COVID, where we couldn't go to my grandparents' house. They came here, and we maintained social distancing on our deck. Let's roll her demo. This is the roaming creepy bear from Spirit 2016. He was actually on the website up until like 2020. So I ended up ordering him online. He was actually one of my favorite roaming props. I know a lot of people will disagree with that. I just really like his character and the way he looks. I get his quality is really horrible, but he looks just cool. He's not scary very much, but he's cool. I still have a little soft spot for him. And he does still work, to an extent at least. I mean, all roaming props mess up at some point. But I will show you his demo right now.
Why did all the boys and girls run away? Well, I love a good chase. Come here. I'm not gonna hurt ya. I just want a hug. Boogie, 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 boogie.
This is Crouchy. Crouchy, this is the 2020 model. We bought him at Flagship. 2020 was the first year we went to Flagship and one of the last. But he was really, he's sweet. But we actually got a deal on him. We decided to buy him that day at Flagship, and we brought him up to the counter, and you know, we were gonna go use a 20% off coupon on him. The guy said, "Oh, you can't use a coupon on this guy. He's already on sale." How much? He's $50. So that's the story on how we got a Crouchy for $50, and the Flagship employees are probably still looking for me to this day. So I'm on the run. Let's demo him. This is the Hauntress from Spirit Halloween 2020. I bought her myself. She was like the first like life-size prop from Spirit that I actually bought myself. And she is really cool. She retailed for $119.99 back when she first came out, which is really good for something this size. She's supposed to be hiding behind a wall, and then she pops out, but I've modified her to be able to jump forward. That's how I use her most years, and this year is probably no exception. She's a really cool one, and I have fond memories of the day we got her. Let's roll her demo. This is Peekaboo Clown. I bought him myself from our local Spirit in 2020. He is a really cool one. I don't know. I always go back and forth on him as to whether he's really cool or really horrible. He seems like a really cool one, maybe just not that scary, I guess. But, I mean, the eyes are cool, right? I was actually between him and Fright in the Box when I got him. For a while, I actually regretted getting him, and I wish I got Fright in the Box, but I gotta say, he's a lot better than Fright in the Box. More worth it, at least. He's had several issues in which I've fixed, and now, at least I think, he should be fully working so we can roll his demo.
Where'd everyone go? I can't see. I can't see. Because I had my eyes closed. Blah. But I'll keep them open to see where you run away to. You can run, but you can't hide.
This is a black and red jumping spider. My dad bought this from a Spirit just randomly one day because we were working on another spider room and we sort of needed the spiders. He's a generally cool one. I like the color scheme on him. I don't know if I like it as much as the original black and white one, but he's pretty cool. It looks like hot Cheeto dust. Anyways, let's roll his demo.
His batteries are weak.
This is Deathcrawler, and he's dead to me. I hate him. I have no demo to roll for him because he's completely destroyed. His latex is rotting. His motor barely works. His sound doesn't work. And I think I want to kill him. If anybody wants him, give me like $50, but I can't ship him to you. His box is too big. So if you're in Connecticut and you want him and you have $50, give me your 50. You can have him. No demo to roll. Let's move to the next prop. This is the Techie Floating Reaper. Now, despite his name, he doesn't actually float. He roams. I believe his wires are ripped out, so I didn't put batteries in him, but maybe I will put them in just so I can demo him. But he is a generally cool one, and I did forget to mention this when I showed Deathcrawler, but these next few here I got in a lot in 2020 of like 5, and there were a bunch of small props with it too. So he was in there, and yeah, we can roll his demo. Alright, so I did actually just try to put batteries in him, and now either I don't have good batteries and they're just dead, or he's dead. So no demo for him. Let's move on to the next prop. This is the brown jumping spider. I do actually think he might be better than the black and red one, honestly, but whatever. He was also in that lot. I really have nothing else to say about him. So let's roll his demo. This is the 8-foot wingspan bat. His face is extremely dry rotted, but I did also get him in that lot there. He is quite the mess when it comes to the face area. One of these years, I think I am just going to completely rip off his face and try to give him a new one, because I don't even really like the face that's on there. I'll try to give him a plastic one or something so it won't dry rot. But anyways, I believe he originally came from Menards, and like I said, I got him in 2020. He's not really a cool one. This is the 6-foot standing skeleton, or what I like to call the Snow Reaper. He's the only Fitco prop I own, and they're not making a good first impression. He's alright, but his quality is pretty bad. I don't even know why I really consider him an animatronic. I just have the past 3 years, so I said I should this year too. But yeah, he doesn't do anything, so let's just move on to the next prop here. This is the flapping bat. He flaps his wings, and I believe his eyes are supposed to light up. This one here actually cracked. Something happened with it. Not exactly sure what. But he doesn't really work anymore. Hopefully next year I can, by next prop collection I can try to fix him up. I do have a short video of him working though, so I guess we can roll that right now. This is my other Jack Straw. He is, the one I've been using for the past several years. Right before Halloween 2020, when my dad couldn't fix the old one, he bought this new one. So this is a 2020 model. I would say that the 2020 model is better and better quality than the 2019 one. But without further ado, I will roll his demo. This is a Harvester of Souls. He is a super awesome one. He actually hasn't worked very well in the past few years. He has a tendency of bringing up the girl and then dropping it. But I actually fixed that by adding a new belt. So he lifts her up all the way now, and it's pretty good. So he connects to a fog machine, all that stuff, and I will do a demo of him right now.
Look at me. just as all the others have. Now that I have you, your soul will be mine forever!
This is Wacky Mole Clown. I got him in 2021, actually off a store display. He was one that I had been wanting ever since, before he actually returned. So when they re-released him, I was really happy about it, and we went to a Spirit that day, and they said, store display's only been up for a couple days, you can have it. So they gave us a 10% off for that, I believe. I don't exactly remember. And then I think we stacked a 20% on top of that. So, I actually had to fix him recently, but let's roll his demo.
I just love hitting you bozos with my hammer. You better watch out, or I'm gonna whop you over the head, too. Oh, please, come a little closer. Yeah.
This is Mr. Dark. I got him in 2021, and he is a super cool one. He launches up to 9 feet in the air, and Spirit's released a couple since then, and honestly, hot take, my opinion, he's the best one that they've released. Hellspawn's okay, the rest are meh. But without further ado, let's roll his demo. This is Henry Hustle. He was one of the ones that I got in 2021, and he's a really cool one, especially when he works. I actually fixed him up quite a bit over the last year, and now his head shoots all the way up and stays up, or mostly. He has a very, very powerful spring on him, and he's just pretty cool. So let's roll his demo.
Step right up and pick a card. It seems you've picked the card of death.
This is Spirit Halloween's 2021 Ghostface. Now, a lot of people don't like him. I'm one and you're same now. When I got him, I did really like him, but his quality has proven otherwise. The hands are absolutely terrible quality. The way the knife goes in, I don't really like the knife. Every single Ghostface prop has something wrong with the knife. This one is no exception. It opens out. I don't understand that. And his quality is just really bad. And he's short. But I guess what can you expect for $129.99? This is Harriet Hustle. I got her for my birthday in 2021. She's a pretty cool one. She's the daughter of Henry Hustle, which I showed a little earlier. There's not really much else to say about her. Let's roll to her demo. This is Bloody Bag of Jokes. He's one that I got for Christmas in 2021, and I decided that I wanted to get him because I wanted to collect all the remakes of the Clown Train props. And now they weren't all re-released at that time, but I knew in my head, one day, they'd all be back. I predicted correctly. So, This is Bloody Bag of Jokes, and let's roll his demo.
You know I'm holding a knife in here, and you know what's bloodier than this knife? You when I get out of here!
This is Two Scoops. I told myself that if there weren't any good clown props coming out in 2022, that I was going to buy Two Scoops, and there were no good clown props in 2022. So Two Scoops is a pretty cool one. He actually retailed the first year at least for $220, and then the next year he was $240, which is honestly a steal for something this size. His quality isn't the best. He's kind of a pain to move, but other than that, he's really big and really cool. So let's roll to his demo.
Give me that! Let go! It's mine! Get your food!
This is the electric chair victim. I made this one myself. I often pair him with Lil Zappy. I don't actually have Lil Zappy out here right now, but he has a light in the back. I haven't replaced the batteries in several years, nor have I actually turned it on. Maybe I should try that one day. Maybe I shouldn't because I'm scared. But anyways, he's a super cool one. Maybe if I decide to do something, I'll roll to a demo. If not, let's go to the next prop. This is Spirit Halloween's 2022 Little Skelly Bones. My dad actually saw the original Little Skelly Bones and came to the decision, oh, we need that. So I showed him the 2022 one, that was the year it came out. And he was like, oh, we need that one too. So, this was the first prop I purchased of the 2022 Halloween season. Or not my dad purchased it. And he's a really cool one. As you can see, he's kind of sun faded here. Nothing really I could do about that. But let's cut to his demo.
Ready or not, here I come.
This is Twitching Clown. I ended up getting him for pretty cheap. I got him for $40. And he was broken from one of my dad's friends who used to run a pro horn. Now he helps us out. He's really cool. I've actually recently received a new base for him, and I did some modifications to the head so it doesn't hang all the way down all the time anymore. So he actually sort of operates normally now. So let's roll to his demo. This is Young Crouchy. My mom decided to buy him in 2022 when he came out because she really liked him for some reason. She's a big fan of the original Crouchy, so, she decided to buy him. His head, there's something wrong with it. The mount keeps breaking. I keep super gluing it, but it keeps breaking. That's what happens when you make it out of plastic. Party time. And anyways, he's doing the thing. I'm not going to say the name of it because I want this to be relevant in future years when it's not relevant. But he's doing the thing. Anyways, let's roll to his demo. 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". This is Terry the Clown. I got him in 2022 because I wanted to get the popcorn clown from Party City, but they never put him in stock online. So I was like, well, I need something. So I'm going to go on Home Depot and I'm going to order Terry the Clown. In the end of the day, I am glad that I didn't get Popcorn Clown over this guy. He's a super awesome one, and Popcorn Clown has proven to not be the greatest quality. So I'm super glad I got him for $200 from Home Depot's website. He's a really cool one. Let's roll to his demo.
You know what I love about rotting flowers you find on a grave? They're free! They sure are pretty.
This is the life-size animated Scary Clown from Lowe's Halloween 2022. Or as I like to call him, Ticket Guy, or Sunstar Clown, or Motherfucker. He's a decent one. I put some tickets in his hands just, to make him something unique. And he does still work, so we will roll his demo in just a minute. I'm going into the trees like Homer Simpson. Goodbye.
Oh, why don't you take off that mask? What? That's not a mask. It's your face.
This is Lost Lizzie, and you might be wondering, where'd Bobby go? But technically, this is my prop. I'll tell you the story. So, when Lost Lizzie returned in 2022 for the Spirit Halloween, I bought her because I really liked her, and I thought she was very creepy. So, I ended up buying her. But we ended up buying 2 more, and all 3 of them showed up, or 2 of them showed up at once, and then another one came a few days later. So I said, well, I don't know who else to give this to, so I was like, you know what, let me give it to Bobby, because I'm not going to use 2 of them. So this one is Bobby's, and another one ended up showing, which we just shipped that one back. But we ended up getting 3 of them, and I love her. I think she's very cool. She's small. Rolling props, are typical to be kind of faulty. You got to kind of put them in the right, ground and stuff. They're very iffy with that stuff. But I think she's a very creepy prop and a very cool one.
And now just to clarify, you ordered 2 by accident, and then 3 of them showed up?
Yes, I believe that's what happened.
And then you got your money back for that one, so technically you did get 2 for free. So yeah, then the day actually we came over to film my first prop collection video from 2022, Colby came over to help film, and that's the day he dropped this girl off.
Yes.
So she's a creepy gal, and I like using her in our haunt every year. So let's roll her demo.
But there's no hiding from me. Go ahead, try. Don't bother trying to get out of here. You'll never get out of here. Ready or not, here I come.
This is a Tombstone Reaper. Now, I don't remember the exact year he's from, but he is from one of the earlier years of Spirit Halloween. I got him in very late 2023, in November, I think, after I had filmed, no, not 2023, 2022, after I had filmed the prop collection. Apparently one of my cousin's friends had a bunch of Halloween stuff he was getting rid of because they used to do displays or something, I don't know, and I ended up grabbing this guy from their stuff. Ooh, hold on, I'm singing a little bit there. But he actually, as you know, has lights all around him, but when I got him, those lights were out. So I ended up fixing them all just actually a couple days ago, and he looks really, really, really awesome now. So let's roll to his demo. This is Nightcrawler. I got him for my birthday in 2022. He had been one that I'd been planning to get ever since he came out, or not ever since he came out. Actually, when he came out, I thought he was a jumping spider reskin. Embarrassing Bobby admission right there. But when we saw him in person, my mom really liked him, and he is a really cool one. So I ended up saying, you know what? I think I'm going to ask for him for my birthday for 2022, and my mom ended up buying him because, she likes Nightcrawler. So he is a really cool one, and let's cut to his demo. This is Strawman. I got Strawman for Christmas in 2022. But he was one that, I thought he was generally cool. I really like his character, and he was my first servo prop. Servos came out like the year prior, and I didn't end up getting Grimm or any of the stuff that was servo that year. So I said, well, I need something servo in my collection, and Strawman is really cool. And, we have a Scarecrow section, so he works in it. He has some great character with him, so let's roll his demo.
You aren't afraid of little me, are you? Why, I love this time of year, with the dead leaves all around us, and the darkness wraps around us like a mildewy blanket. Perhaps we could get acquainted while I sharpen my tools.
This is Zombie Swing Girl. I got her off eBay in early 2023, well, I might have paid a little more than I should have for her, but she's a really creepy one, and I do not regret my purchase. I personally, when I first got into haunting, was really creeped out by her, even though I never did see her in person until I actually bought her. But she is a really creepy, cool one. Now, I'm not sure if the swinging mech is going to work for her. Hopefully it does. I tried to glue some gears, and it's very complicated. The last time I used her, she was working, but is that going to stay? We'll find out when we roll to her demo. This is a dark jester on a swing. He's sort of falling apart right now. He should be up here. When I hang up, he'll be fine. But I'm not doing a demo of him. He doesn't really have a demo to do. We just like to have him in the haunt, and then we have an actor sit right next to him just acting like a dummy in a chair, and they freaking throw him at people while squeezing an air horn, and it scares the crap out of them. But that's really all I have to say about him. I got him on eBay for like 50 bucks in 2023, early 2023, and yeah, that's him. Beep, 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 beep. This is Sitting Scarecrow. We got him on eBay in 2023. I actually didn't have the money at the time, so I sent a listing to my dad. It was with him and a projector for $100, and my dad said, okay, I'm gonna offer him like 90, and he took the offer. So we ended up getting him and the projector. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's roll to his demo. This is Grave Watcher. I got her before she actually released in 2023. In 2023, you know, she came out, but there were a few on Amazon before she came out. And I bought one on Amazon before she came out. And this is actually not that model. She did sort of break, and I had to get a new headpiece for her. The clothes are the same, but the face, arms, candles, all that is all different, because she sort of broke in like 3 places. So I ended up getting new parts for her, but this is her. She still looks the same. Let's roll her demo.
Beware, you are now in the graveyard of fog. I am the guardian of all souls. We've eagerly been awaiting you and are so happy you finally arrived. Don't be scared. Come this way. I have a special grave for you, the one that is right behind me. Make yourself at home. This is the end. We want your soul.
This is Clown on Stilts. I got him when he first released from Lowe's in 2023. He was a prototype for quite a while in the community. I know he was meant to be released by Spirit in 2019, but they most likely ended up scrapping him and taking Crouchy instead. His quality is alright. It's mostly like software quality that I don't like about him. The mouth movement causes the control locks to short quite a bit, so that's why I actually cut the wire on mine, so his mouth doesn't move anymore, but he works fine now. Yeah, this is him. Let's roll his demo.
Hey there, boys and girls. I love fun and games. Do you wanna play? Let's play this one for keeps. Tails, you lose. Heads, I win. Your head.
This is a Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt. He's looking at me. Hey, buddy. You may recall that I actually did make a chair for this guy, and I do still have it. It's just in the shed. It's covered in boxes and stuff, and I decided, well, I still have the prop out here, so may as well just leave him out here instead of grabbing his chair for him. But he is really cool. I bought him in 2023 when he came out. I'm a pretty generally big fan of Tales from the Crypt, so and I love the character of the Crypt Keeper, so I just had to pick him up. He is a cool one, and let's roll his demo.
Greetings, Crypts. It's your old pal, the Crypt Keeper, known to all you fright fiends as America's most haunted. I'm here once again with some cryptic remarks.
This is a towering werewolf, or as we like to call him, Chuck. I don't know where the name really came from. It was originally Charles, but then we just started calling him Chuck, and he's Chuck now. He got some very bad dry rot up here on his snout, but it's kind of not preventable. It was like this when we got him, and we actually got this guy right here in the same lot. We got them both for $140. I'll get to him after. But it was a pretty good deal. He had some TLC to be done to him, but he works fine now. So let's roll his demo. This is the Headless Horseman. We got him in a lot here with Chuck for $140, as I said like 2 minutes ago. Not even. Anyways, he is actually a really cool one in my opinion. Oh, this is actually not up. It should be, but there. And he actually has a really big and realistic stature, honestly. He is really cool. You know, he doesn't have much animation, but he does. So let's show that right now. Yep, go ahead, go right now.
When darkness has come, I bring the darkness of my soul out into the world, and I ride.
This is Howling Spirit, and I'm Bobby K. This is Howling Spirit, and I got him at Flagship in 2023. Now, I didn't go for the grand opening. I've never been for the grand opening, actually. I want to go, but whatever. Different story for another day. Yeah, I got him at Flagship in 2023. I didn't intend to, but then I saw him in person. Shut up! Thank you. I didn't intend to get him, but then I saw him in person, and he's pretty cool. Plus, he's weatherproof, so I do get a lot of use out of him outside. So he's really cool, and let's roll his demo. This is Michael Jackson, Dagger Mike. As you may notice, his outfit is different than the stock one, if you are familiar with him as an animatronic. I actually got this costume at Party City on their closing sale earlier this year, and I put it on Mike as a joke, and then I said, that looks cool! So I left it like that, and I glued the sensor right in that hole there. He does actually work with the costume and everything, so I guess let's roll his demo. This is Predator of the Night. Now, you may realize I'm not in my backyard anymore. That's because these big guys are just too big. I don't want to haul them back there and then have to haul them back. Last year and the years prior, I did bring them back there just because it was the end of the season. I was recording these and I wouldn't have to bring them back here. But this year, if I were to, I would have to. So this is Predator of the Night. He's really cool. My dad bought him. We saw him at a Home Depot in Maryland, I think. And my dad said, once we get home from vacation, I'm ordering him if there's any left in stock, and there were. So he ordered him to store, and that's how we ended up with a big freaking Predator of the Night. Let's roll his demo. This is a 12-foot skeleton. I got him, actually, no, my dad really likes the big guys. Or did, I don't know. They're imposing is what he says. When he went to go pick up Predator from ordering him to the store, he walked in to find they had a 12-foot skeleton set up, and he asked, are you selling the displays yet? And it turns out that was the first day that they were selling the displays. My dad picked up 12-foot skeleton and threw him in the back of his truck in a couple pieces, and when I got home from school that day, well, let's just say I was pretty surprised to see a 12-foot skeleton in our front yard. Shut up! You're a truck! You shouldn't be making that. Oh, no, you're a motorcycle. Okay. Rock on, brother. I guess. I was country. Anyways, I did have the eye kit for his eyes, but then something caused those to burn out, and I ended up having to put the normal eyes back in. His control board is dead. I don't know. We're gonna roll his eyes right now. All right, this is 12-foot Skelly with his eyes on. This is Mr. Punchy. I got him for my birthday from my parents in 2023. I ended up getting him because, you know, I did say there were no good clowns in 2022. I stand by that now. He is such a pain, okay? He's decent when he's working, but his setup's terrible, his quality's terrible, and for some reason his hand is yellow when I took it out of the box this year. Same with his face a little bit. Oh, why isn't it yellow anymore? That's weird. Anyways, yeah, Mr. Punchy. I'll show a demo of him, I guess.
Come closer. I have something to tell you. It's so funny. I promise you'll die laughing.
This is Skeleton Santa. I got him for Christmas from my grandma in 2023, and he's a really cool one. He was my first real Christmas prop, other than the Santa from over there. But he is generally pretty neat. I do enjoy him. I actually did turn him into my character of the Slaughterer for Easter. I'm just realizing that this is not where this is supposed to be. I'm gonna try to pull it out. Hold on, give me a second. I put him outside. If you haven't seen a Springtime Slaughter, I definitely recommend you go watch it because I put a lot of effort into it, and Colby, tell them it's good.
It's okay.
That's the best you're gonna get. So maybe you should go and make your own decision and watch it. Anyways, let's roll to his demo.
Do you believe in Santa Claus? You better. A lack of festive spirit makes me very angry. And don't you want the gifts you asked for? Keep your ears open past midnight Christmas Eve, and you just might hear when I slither down the chimney with my terrible gifts.
This is Leatherface. This is the Lowe's Leatherface. I got him for Christmas from my other grandma. Actually, correction with this guy. This was for my birthday. I got this guy for Christmas from my other grandma and grandpa. And yes, the same one that reviewed Spirit in 2023. I know, it's a popular video. But, not 2023, 2022. Anyways, Leatherface. I actually added some extra belly fat on him a little bit here. And I actually do enjoy this Lowe's one. I do want to get a new mask for it. I think that would be cooler, to have, because the mask isn't that great. But for now, it's alright. Let's demo him. This is Demonica from Spirit Halloween 2023. I ended up getting her for Christmas, and she is a generally cool one. When she returned, I was like, yeah, I need her because she's creepy. So anyways, let's roll her demo. This is the Holiday Yoda from Home Depot 2023. Now take a good look at his face, because the second I let go of his head, it's going down. He's servo, so that's why he does that. He was my first, or my actual only prop with like the servo eyes and the big silicone face, and he's pretty cool. I got him after Christmas on their 75% off sale, so I paid only $50 for this guy. Absolutely worth every penny. He's got a Christmas sign and a Christmas hat that I can swap out if I want to, but since Halloween's coming up, he's on for Halloween right now. So I will cut to his demo right now.
Yes, always in motion. These holidays are a luminous season full of life you shall have.
This is Creepy Towering Clown, also known as Grimsley the Great. He is basically the first big clown that they did in 2017. And it sparked, the whole clown craze. He was one I've always wanted to really go with hugs, but, when I actually did want him, he sort of went out of stock. So, I ended up finding one on eBay right before he did re-release, but I'm glad I did get the original model because it has a vinyl face so it won't really rot, and it looks a lot better. A lot of people have told me that I have a really good face on mine, and I agree with them. His face is really good, I think. Anyways, let's demo him right now.
I'm starting a new juggling act. I'll need a hand from one of you. And a head. And a foot. That's all any part will do.
This is Spirit Halloween's 2015 Little Skelly Bones. Now, I got him in 2023. Early 2023. No. Early 2024, I think. Yeah, early 2024, from a guy that, he's just, a couple minutes away from us. He had to have some work done with him before I was able to use it, and I was able to fix it, but now he's completely stopped moving again. The swinging mechanism needs a new motor, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to find a new motor for that. And I don't know what the deal is with the head. Maybe before I demo him, I'll try to fix it up, at least like a little temporarily. But if not, he is going to be completely static for the demo, except for the eyes lighting up, and, he'll be talking. But, yeah, that's Little Skelly Bones. So as I was trying to fix the head for the demo, I actually sort of made it worse. I accidentally pulled one of the eye wires off, so now one of them doesn't light up. As you can see, I was actually prepared to fix it with the soldering iron back there. But then it came off the actual eye rather than just where it connects. So I just said, I'm going to mess with this at a later time. So let's get him going. If he will. There.
You shouldn't be afraid of things that go bump in the night. Hasn't your mother ever told you that it's okay to play with dead things?
this is Demonica. Now, she's the second Demonica that I have because Spirit Halloween actually issued a recall. Now, as you can probably, or as you did see on the original model, the hands are not in the things. That's because the holes on the hands are way too small for them. I mean, I guess I could just drill them bigger, but I guess Spirit felt the need to spend a bunch of extra money to send everyone a new Demonica. So that's how I got my second Demonica here. I am considering selling her eventually just because why have two, but I do plan to use her in our haunt this year at least. Anyways, let's roll her demo. Maybe I'll cut it off like halfway because you already saw the other one, so. And as promised, since I already did the other one, I'm going to stop this one here. This is one of my first custom props, Pisty the Clown. Now, as you can probably tell, he is made out of an old Mr. Punchy. This is, so actually, when I first had my Mr. Punchy, he fell. Funny story, if you want to watch it, just go to my old prop collection. I'm sure I told it there in last year's. So he actually fell, broke, and this is the old one. The new one, Spirit ended up sending me a completely new one, and I have that one over there. That's the one you saw earlier. I turned the old one into this. Yes, he's holding a gun. If you're okay with it, you're okay with it. If not, then you're not. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, this is him, and I think I do like him better than normal Mr. Punchy. Anyways, let's set his demo to go. Let's go. Demo. Yeah. Demo. This is Clowning Around, also known as Uncle Boo Boo. He is really cool. He released in 2020, and he released with a very limited stock of only 750 ever made. I mean, something around that number. I know it's like rumored. What it actually is, 250, 750, 1,000, I don't know. I got him when he re-released in 2024, sometime in May, like early May. I bought him, and he is pretty cool. I do sort of consider him an impulse purchase just because, oh, he's so rare, I want him, but he is also a really cool prop just in general. So let's roll his demo.
Hey, you two, trying to get by me without giving me a hug? Why, you would have hurt my feelings if I had any. Shucks, I'd run away from me too if I could.
This is Stimpy the Clown. He was another one of my first custom props. This one I actually made completely from scratch. I sculpted his face and everything myself. He actually was not working for my prop collection last year, so this will be the first time you'll actually be seeing him work. I made him in around like May, June of 2024, and he is really freaking cool. I mean, I'm totally not biased at all. My dad helped me out with the mechanics of it quite a bit, and if you want to see a more detailed look into that, I did an unboxing of him a couple weeks ago, and that went into some of the behind the scenes of how he works and how he's made. But other than that, let's roll right to his demo. This is Bone Collector. Bone Collector is absolutely massive. And do you know what else is massive? Low taper fish. I know it's dead, but it is massive in here. Okay, so you can be quiet. I really loved him when he came out. I know a lot of people don't, but he's really cool to me. So I really wanted to get him, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to. I helped my dad renovate an office that he bought, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna buy Bone Collector for you. So this is Bone Collector, and he's just awesome. I freaking love. I love him. He's great. He did his head had some issues last year, but the nice folks over at Techie ended up sending me a new head. So let's roll his demo right now.
Enter the masters abode. Your soul shall be vanquished in the deepest, darkest dungeon if you do not leave now.
This is Art the Clown. I hope he doesn't strip me naked, hang me upside down, and cut me in half with a hacksaw. Oh, it's an animatronic. Don't worry. Anyways, this is Art the Clown from the Terrifier series. Spirit Halloween released him in 2024, and even though I love Art, and I do like the movies, they just don't have much plot. My dad hates the movies. He has some of the worst cinematography he's ever seen. Well, not like cinematography. Worst movies he's ever seen. But he really enjoys the character of Art the Clown and his kill styles, and people of the modern day are scared of Art. Either that or they find him extremely attractive and they need to be checked into a mental hospital. Anyways, this is Art the Clown. He's pretty freaking cool, and let's roll. This is Spirit Halloween's Ringmaster animatronic. I got him in 2024. My mom actually bought him for me as a Christmas present. Now, the reason I say Christmas present is because I didn't actually get him for Christmas. I needed him and the next prop one, which you'll see, which is actually right behind me. I needed them two for our haunt, and I said, you know what? There's no other way I'm going to be able to get the money to get them. So I just had asked my mom, can you buy them for Christmas and birthday and just give them to me now so I can use them in the haunt? And she said yes. So here he is. Let's roll his demo. So I don't know what happened, but when I plugged him in, he went back a couple times, but he's not going back anymore. So I'm gonna have to talk to Zombie Tech Squad, but I will demo him like this anyways.
Step right up. Come on. Everyone is welcome. However, no entrance is free.
Alright, it's been about a month since that. I have a new motor for Ringmaster now. Just ignore all the other prop noises in the back. I'm in the haunt, and there's not really a way to get just a single prop going. But I'll demo Ringmaster for you now.
Step right up. Come on. Everyone is welcome. However, no entrance is free.
Can't really see the projection in his chest. Let me see if I can try to show you. Well, you can see something, but you can go look at another video of him on YouTube if you want to see the chest. He just got a projection in there. So this is a little pale girl from Terrifier 2. I got her, same from the Ringmaster situation. She was basically my Christmas, I don't know, Christmas, birthday, whatever. Close enough, okay? They're like 6 days apart. Anyways, I got her for that from my mom because there was no other way I was going to be able to get her. I got her to go with Art the Clown because, they go together and everybody knows Pale Girl and Art from this generation at least. So, yep, let's roll her demo. This is the Death Row Scarecrow. This was made by my friend Jonathan, also known as Mr. Thrills Haunts. He lives just a town over from me, and he makes some pretty cool stuff. He made this guy last year, and he said, you know what, I don't want it anymore. It's taking up too much room. Bobby, you can have it. So I came down and picked him up, and now he's mine. He actually does have lights right here and right here, like strobe lights. I'm not sure if they work anymore. I have not plugged them in yet, but I guess we'll see if they work. So if they work, I'll roll his demo.
I did end up plugging those lights in, and they do not work. I think the issue, I'm not going to bother explaining it, but I think I do know the issue, and it's possibly fixable, but I'm not going to bother fixing it right now. It's not the biggest issue that's at my moment right now.
This is Tombstone Lifter. I won him in a giveaway done by Haunted Hill Farms and Fright Maps. Now, he is a really cool one when he actually works. I actually ended up leaving him outside for a couple of weeks before Halloween last year because it wasn't raining, and, you know, the wind sort of destroyed him. As you can see, he's holding the tombstone completely behind his head, and one arm is down here for some reason. So, I ended up actually getting a new one from Haunted Hill Farms, in which you will see a little bit later, but for now, I'm gonna give him batteries or plug him in, and we'll see what he does. Whatever he does, then he does. If he starts clicking, I'm just going to let it happen. Give him a full activation, because who cares if he breaks? He's already broken. I'm not really going to use his parts for anything. But anyways, let's roll whatever happens when I plug him in. Oh. Was that all I'm gonna get? Was that all? Did he just... I think he died. Alrighty then. Oh, this came unplugged. Okay, never mind. That thing came unplugged. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's lowering the tombstone. Okay.
Take one step into this graveyard and become one of the living dead.
Now that I look at him, I might actually be able to fix him.
We are waiting for you to join us.
Oh. There he goes. This is the gargoyle. I also won him in that same giveaway from Haunted Hill Farms and Fright Maps. And now the cool thing about him is he is completely resin. That's also not cool because it could lead to him breaking. He's very, very annoying. There's something wrong with his programming. Sometimes he just occasionally just randomly beeps constantly. And it's terribly annoying. But he can fog out his mouth if I add a fog attachment, and we can roll an activation of him with fog right now. This is Man's Possessed Friend, also known as Bubba. I got him at the 50% off sale last year, and he's my pet doggy, you know? So my dad and I had been wanting him ever since we saw him in stores in 2019. My dad said, I'm gonna buy that thing. And then we never did, until we found him at the 50% off sale, and we split on him. Well, I can try to split on him. That's not what I meant. We both paid like $50 or however much he was. So yeah, this is Bubba, and he does have a fog attachment. I really don't like how the fog looks on him, honestly, though. So I'm not gonna roll him with the fog. Maybe I will, who knows, but I'm not intending on it. So let's just roll him normally right now. I just want to let you know, now every prop from here on out, I will show all of their phrases. All the other ones I haven't shown you know, every phrase, but now I will, because these are the new props that I've gotten since I filmed the collection video last year. So if you do want to see all the phrases from the props prior to this, then you can just go watch that video, and then start off with me right here. Let's get into the props. This is... He's real close to me. I didn't realize he was that close. This is Jack Frost from Home Depot. I had really started to get into the evil Christmas side of things, and about halfway through the month of December, my mom surprised me with Jack Frost from Home Depot. He is a super, super cool one, and he's just awesome. He's cool. I don't really got anything else to say about him, so we can roll the demo of him now.
Tis the season to be absolutely covered in snow. When you freeze over, I'll be sure to carve you into a beautiful ice sculpture. How about a swan? Are you lost? This is no place for a warm human like yourself. Soon, you'll end up a frosty popsicle like me. Only not snow attractive. Get it? It's freezing, isn't it? Just as I like it, frozen to the bone. I guess you could call me a pretty cool guy. Aw, guess you didn't like that joke, seeing as you're frozen in Santa kicked me out of his workshop. Guess he wasn't down to chill. So I have come to bring you a winter wonderland with extra frostbite.
This is Tony Veresky, or Vresky, I don't know how to say his name, from Die Hard. He's a very, very limited character. There's not much known about him. His name is actually taken from his brother in the movie. Whatever. He's the Die Hard chair guy. If you've seen Die Hard, then you obviously remember the scene of the guy going down the elevator in the office chair. He's tied up in a chair. He's got the wet sweat, the white sweater on that has written on it, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho," and he's got the Santa hat on his head, put on by, you know, none other than Bruce Willis. I decided to make him as an actual prop last year, and I made him on Christmas Eve to put him in our front yard. So I think he's pretty cool, and he doesn't really have a demo, but this is him. This is Ebenezer Scrooge from Home Depot. Now, I got him at their 75% off sale for all their Christmas stuff last year. I got him early January, and I got him for just $50. He was a steal for that price. As you may be able to see, I did modify his face a bit. I stuffed out his cheeks with some paper towels here, and I glued this in so his eyes aren't going all different directions anymore. I do also have a candle from my old grave watcher that I want to glue on here so it actually has a flame instead of just an LED, but I actually couldn't find it. I was going to put it on there when I took him back out, but now I can't find where it is. So when I do come across it, I will glue it on there, but until then, we're going to roll this demo right now.
What is with all of these festivities? Does anyone want to work anymore? And who do you think is going to pay the electricity bill? Turn those lights off. All this goodwill towards my fellow man nonsense? Nonsense! Ooh, and all this infernal carol singing, all this happy merrymaking has driven me to madness. Shoo! Away from me! What is that insulting smell? Fruitcake? Gingerbread cookies? Bleh! How disappointing! Thanks, but I'd rather eat soggy cardboard. Bah! Cut it out with all the sugar and sparkles, would you? All these companies giving additional days off and Christmas bonuses? Bah! You expect to start at the top and retire instead of working your way up like I did? You folks are just lazy. Send out the eviction notices tomorrow. I don't care if it is Christmas. They should have thought about that and paid on time. It isn't personal, it's just business. Bah! Ah, humbug! Ah! Bah! Everyone is being so chill. Bah! Now they're singing together? Humbug! Don't spill your kindness and compassion onto me.
This is the Haunted Vacuum from Spirit Halloween 2017. Now, I found this on eBay for about 35 bucks earlier this year, and, you know, I said, it's such a stupid prop. I'm gonna buy it for the jokes. And I don't regret my purchase. It's absolutely freaking hilarious. It's a vacuum that moves around on its own, makes vacuum sounds and laughs. It's freaking hilarious. So yeah, that's the Haunted Vacuum. Let's roll its demo. This is Light 'em Up Larry. I made this guy custom earlier this year. As you may remember, he was one of my prop ideas that I also released earlier this year, if you haven't seen the actual video of him in real life. Now, he was made out of an old Grave Watcher. I heavily modified it, as you can probably tell, but he turns his head and he laughs and whatnot, and he fogs. You know, he's got the fog tube right here. You can hook it up to a fog machine and his taser's fog. So I will roll his demo right now. Oh my god, I have some crazy information to tell you. They released Silent and Deadly. I'm gonna order him right now. He's ordered. He's here. Oh my god, Silent and Deadly. Okay, so this is Silent and Deadly from Spirit Halloween 2025. He originally released in 2013 with the Clown Train, and as I said earlier, I told myself I was gonna buy all the re-releases of the Clown Train props, and I'm keeping that promise. So, this is Silent and Deadly. He is a really, really cool prop. He's just so creepy in his way. He's awesome. Mine actually has something, I think, probably wrong with the relay switch or the programming. He moves more than most of them move. He turns, I think, 2 extra times instead of, just turning once and then turning the other way and turning back. Mine does that twice. So, this is him. And we can roll his demo and demonstrate that right now. This is Thrashing Clown, the Haunted Hill Farms model. I bought him in, earlier this year, right along with Silent and Deadly. I didn't actually get him when he first released. I just sort of slacked on that. And then when I saw, oh, Silent and Deadly's back, I'm gonna get him just so I can have the main four from the Clown Train. Still waiting for them to re-release Dead Humor, Miss Fortune Teller, and the Clown Mirror, and hopefully Bonkers. Bonkers is cool, even though he's not really a prop. Anyways, this is him. I actually made a dunk tank for him to sit in, which it's very heavy, or I would have moved it over here to put him in it. But he's a really cool prop, and let's cut to his demo. This is Snazzo the Clown. You may also remember him from my prop ideas. I personally think he is the best idea for a prop I've ever come up with. It really depends on how you are mentally for him to come off to you. He could come off to you as just a rundown circus animatronic, or he could come off to you as really, really creepy. He has genuinely scared me in the past, like just in the way he is, especially when he was unfinished. He looked just in the dark, unsettling as hell. Especially his audio adds to that, in which you'll hear in just a second. But he is so awesome. I completely sculpted his face from scratch. Honestly, I think I did a really, really good job on his face as to how I imagined it. And you know, the black washing, I just love it. I'm self-glazing so much here, but anyways, this is him, and he's got posable arms, whatever. You know, just a thing to put it out there. If you see any of my custom props that you like and you want, hit me up. I might be able to make one for you. Okay, I might just be able to. It might be kind of costly, but I can make one for you. I'll make it happen. Anyways, let's cut to his demo.
So sadly, I did sort of forget to mention that his audio does contain the track It's Just a Burning Memory by The Caretaker from the album. It's just, no, hold on. It's from, hold on, I'm thinking, Everywhere at the End of Time. I used that because the track creeped me out, and I thought it would creep others out as well, but it is copyrighted, so I am going to put an effect over the audio for this. So if you do want to see his audio completely unedited, you can go check out his completely, his edited demo that I made when I released him, and I will link that in the description of this video if you do want to go take a look. But without further ado, let's cut to Snazzo's demo.
This is a tombstone lifter. This is the replacement that Haunted Hill Farm sent me. He's pretty cool. I already talked about Tombstone Lifter earlier. I really don't have much else to say about him, other than that he's a Tombstone Lifter and he's cool. He's actually behind the tombstone right now, as you can see. But when we roll his demo, we will see him lift the tombstone. So let's do that right now.
Take one step into this graveyard and become one of the living dead. We are waiting for you to join us.
This is Stripe and Gizmo from Gremlins. Now, technically they are two separate props, but I don't really count Gizmo as an animatronic, so I just have him as a little bonus here. I got him, my grandma actually bought him for me for Christmas. She bought him during the season. We went to Spirit, and I was like, oh my god, it's Gizmo. And she's like, I'm going to buy him for you, but you're not getting him until Christmas. I was like, Grandma! And she said, you're not getting him until Christmas. So I didn't get him until Christmas. And then when Spirit released, no, not Spirit, Home Depot released their Stripe animatronic for this year, I knew I just had to buy it. I love the movie Gremlins, and it's just such a good movie. So I will demo both of these guys right now. This is a completely normal. It's a monster. It's a coat rack monster from Haunted Hill Farms 2025. Ever since a couple years ago, I looked at Coat Rack Monster. I said, you know, he's really cool. You know, in all my efforts, I begged Spirit, please bring Coat Rack Monster back. And at the end of the day, it was Haunted Hill Farms that pulled through. He is such a cool one. He's so unsuspecting in his scare. Because, you know, it's just a coat rack. And then, oh my god, it's the monster! I actually just got him a couple days ago. I ordered him specifically because I said, I'm going to be doing the prop collection. And you know what? I have the money. So, like, let's please get him now. So, as soon as he re-released, I was like, yep, I'm getting him. So, let's roll his demo.
So it's been about a month since the last clip you've seen. Got a new jacket and a new prop. So, make a long story short, one of our neighbors might have gotten in a little, I don't know, and they were moving out. And they didn't want to take their young Crouchy with them. They had young Crouchy, okay? It's not my young Crouchy. I didn't have a young Crouchy before this. I totally didn't. I didn't. Shut up. So, make a long story short, I adopted a little boy by the name of Young Crouchy. Meet Young Crouchy. I put this costume on him. I got it from Party City at the closing sale, just along with the one that I have on Dagger Mike right now, who's actually, he's right there, you can see him. I'm in the haunt right now. But, yeah, this is young Crouchy. I don't really have a name for him. The name of the costume is Bruiser the Clown, but I don't really like it. for him. But yeah, I will roll to his demo now. There's not going to be any audio because there's going to be other prop noises in the back, and I just had his audio completely shut off, so there'll be no audio, like none, like nothing, okay? So, yeah. And finally, we have one prop that I actually just built just now. I knew I wanted to build this little trick-or-treater ghost right here before Halloween because I wanted to use him in my window and do a little classic Halloween setup. And I figured I had all the materials to make it, so I may as well make it now before I finish the prop collection video. So yeah, he doesn't move at all. I just built a little frame for him out of PVC. I might try to put like something down there eventually, but he's just gonna be in my window this year, so you can't really see the bottom of him. But yeah, that is him. But now without further ado, since we've gone through all of the props, let's cut to all of them at once. I wasn't able to do that last year, but this year I had the exact amount of cords to be able to pull it off. Let's get to it. Now, I will be out here tomorrow too, but I did just plug them all in. It is completely dark out here. I have no lights out here really, so it's not gonna look cool whatsoever, but look at that. Oh my God, look, the sheet's blowing up. A little windy, not much though.
Where'd everyone go? I can't see.
Oh, I forgot to plug Harriet in. I'll do that for tomorrow.
It seems you picked.
He looks cool over here. Of all things that are cool, the Sunstar Clown.
Instead of working your way up like I did, you folks are just lame.
You can barely see Snazzo. And then we got Punchy up on the pool deck because I could not plug him in anywhere else. And that's the only place you could really stand. Alright, so it's the next day and I have every single prop still out here and I do have them all about ready. I have all the battery ones turned on already and then I will turn on all of the electricity in just a second here. Now there are some that won't be running, like this jumping spider. I was supposed to have some adapters that were supposed to come yesterday. They did not. So there will be some that aren't plugged in. Rusty actually he doesn't have an adapter. He's one that needs to be replaced. But Harriet Hustle over here is sort of far away from anything else, and I don't have any place to plug her in or any extension cords left. So I wasn't going to be able to plug her in anyway, so I just stole her adapter. I got all the roaming guys up here. I think the bear is just stuck over there. Oh my god. No way! Overnight, something must have tried to freaking burrow in this thing's head. Okay, well, he really needs a new face now. Maybe I'll try to get one for this year, and then I'll put him up on top of our garage. This Monica won't work. I actually left her out, or I mean, she had been left outside for a while, and it rained. You know, I had her covered. I had I had the thing with the adapters and the cords covered and everything, but water got in it, and the adapter was filled with water, and I tested it. It just didn't work. All right, this should get half of them. So the far half of animatronics should be on right now. I hear Silent and Deadly going, and now this will get the other half. Where is Rusty supposed to be going down? Yeah, there he goes. And everything is on now. Because he has his eyes closed.
But I'll keep them open to see where you
The spiders. Harvester. Mr. Dark's still going back down. Twitching Clown is loud as hell. I really don't understand why he's so loud. He's always been really loud, and I don't know why. I love fun and games. Do you Yoda's working. He looks like he's just about ready to fall over. Look at that. The reason I am able to be running 2 fog machines this year is I have it on 2 different circuits. None of these guys seem to be going. Is this button the reason? No. None of these guys seem to have power. Pale Girl either. Where do they get power? None of these guys have power. Larry doesn't have power. But Silent and Deadly does. So it's something over here. Hold on. So I've come to the conclusion there's something wrong with this extension cord, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I don't really have another one that I can just swap it in for. But we got the gargoyle going. That's a good thing. But hold on, idea. Maybe I can try to. No, but then I couldn't get the fog machine on that circuit. That would be way too much. Let me see if I can try something. I pulled some shenanigans. They're all going now. Come on, Art.
The electricity bill.
He's so cool. I love him. Larry, oh, I forgot to turn on his lights. Let's get those going. There they go. What about these guys? Silent going, him. There he goes.
I'd run away from me too if I could.
Fog is blowing everywhere from Harvester.
missed him. I'll come back for him. Let's get a go for Straw Man here. See if we can catch Harvester. Ah! Fog machine must have cooled down. Ah! That actually didn't. His head keeps turning. I think I gotta find a better way to keep his head in place. I actually just fixed their mouths a couple days ago. They were not working.
Stakes are high, and you may lose. I'll be the first on your block. Because I had my eyes closed. But I'll keep them open to see where you run away to. You can run, but you can't.
Oh my god. Something happened to the broom and I don't... Oh, no, it's going now. I think. Probably batteries.
You run fast when you have to. Good on you.
And there's Santa. See if we can get Harvester. There we go. Oh, looks like the fog is warmed up on Pisty. I'm gonna push that a little further towards the machine so we get it a little harder. Bam! Let's push him back just so that we can get some ringmaster action. Even though the motor is getting weak, it won't even bring him back down now. I will bring him back down just there. Frozen to the bone!
You expect to start at the top and retire instead of working your way up like I did? You
Ah! This actually looks really cool with the three of them here. I like this this trio of clowns. Larry doesn't fit with them, but these trio, I like them. I've always liked the duo of Snazzo and Silent. Let's get Woody going here. Oh, Stimpy's not going. Let's get him going. There we... Maybe his motor needs to be turned up a little bit. There we go. Okay, maybe that's a little too fast. Come on. There we go. Come closer and he'll tell you. I'm not going up there. Sorry, Punchy. Alright, let's go back through them one last time. And then I'm going to have to start taking them all in. Alright, come on. Why isn't he going? Oh, no, he's going now. Okay.
Bonuses? Bah! You expect to solve me up in the cool
Well, really, Tulu's already squirmy like. They're so cute I could just eat them up. Hey, that's not a bad idea.
I haven't seen Leatherface going much, but there he goes. They're really loud over here. Especially in the other.
Where'd everyone go? I can't see.
Oh my god. You, get back. Yeah, both Hugs and, what's his name? Looming Strawman said gotcha at the exact same time. Alright, well, let's end it on my first spirit prop of all time. Hugs the Clown. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, refrigerators, and attack helicopters alike, this is my 2025 Halloween animatronic collection. I got 81 props this year, and that's a lot. It'd be crazy to say I'll have 100 next year, but I don't know if that's possible. I'm not buying as much anymore, but hey, maybe I'll make some. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. And for those who only visit my channel for prop collections and haunt walkthroughs, I'll see you on Halloween. Visit you then.
Coming to you live from the haunt right now. I just have to say right here at the end before I completely end it and roll the outro, if this doesn't get at least like 7,000 or 8,000 views, I will consider not doing the prop collection in the next year. That was way too much work. Editing wise, I spent like maybe 4 to 5 collective hours editing it at first, and then I finished and I closed it and it deleted itself, and I had to go for another 4 hours and edit more. So collectively it probably took me around 10 hours to edit the whole thing, plus the time it took me to film it. That's a lot of physical work, dragging 82 big life-size heavy animatronics in and out of the backyard. It's a lot of work, and I'm doing it myself, okay? So, if it doesn't get at least like 5,000 to 6,000 views, I'm avoiding saying the number. You know what I mean. If it doesn't get a good amount of views, I'm going to consider not doing it next year. So make it get views, okay?
Alright everyone, this has been Bobby K. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.